your #1 source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
Hello and welcome to Rip Hughes Stadium. We're at Waterworld Field tonight where the Dothan Wolves are hosting the #5 ranked Central High Red Devils of Phoenix City. Hi, I'm Mick Kirkland bringing you the action tonight, and this is a big game. This is a marquee game for the Wolves since they've been in 7A. They'll be taking on the Central Red Devils, who are 4-2, ranked #5 here in the state of Alabama. Central beat Hewitt Trussville 37-21. They defeated Smith Station 38-0. They had a win over Enterprise 27-7, and they lost to Opelika 17-14 in overtime, and they beat Jeff Davis 49-16. But they fell to IMG Academy 41-26. Dothan has a 5-1 record, and they're ranked #8 in 7A. They defeated Carroll of Ozark 45-19. Dothan beat Robert E. Lee 42-14. He lost to #1 Auburn 42-14. And they won over Prattville 14-10 at Prattville. Defeated Smith Station 57-43 at Smith Station. And they won last week over Baker by a score of 43-15. So Dothan will be receiving. Now Dothan has an explosive runners. We'll give it to key players. It's taken at the 10-yard line and brought out to about the 23. So the key players for Dothan you can look for tonight: #0 Raymond Blackman. He's listed not as any position as athlete. #1 Octavius Thomas, running back. #5 Peterson. #3 Salter is a senior linebacker. He's very effective. On 24-yard line, Dothan will be starting. And they hand it off to #5, and nothing there. That's Peterson. So a loss of a couple of yards. This Central team is stout up front, and they are a very good team. They have 3 of the top 100 recruits in the country, according to Max Pratt. So it's a loss of 3. It brings up a 2nd and 13. And they fumbled, and luckily they jump on it and recover the ball. So Dothan not starting off the way they wanted to. And so that's a loss of a couple of more yards. So it brings up a 3rd and about 15. Not the way you want to start a game. I think that right now they're just a little jittery. So it brings up a 3rd and 15 for the Wolves. High snap, handoff. A good break and a good run. That time by #19 for the Wolves. #19 for the Wolves is Zach Walker. He's a sophomore running back, and they put him in last week, and he did an outstanding job coming off the bench for the Wolves. So that's enough for a Dothan first down. So they had a 3rd and 15, and they moved the ball out to the 41-yard line. $10:15 left in the first. The first receivers of the game. Nothing there. Hit at the line of scrimmage. That was Octavius Thomas.
Okay, #1, Octavius Thomas. He stopped
on the stop was number 88.
Picks up 2nd down and 10.
So it's a 2nd and 10 for the Wolves. And Blackman, he breaks away and he gets across midfield, and it should be enough for another Dothan first down. Raymond Blackman. He's an outstanding athlete. If you need something done, you put the ball in Blackman's hand and he gets the job done. So it'll be 1st and 10, and Dothan has moved the ball into Red Devil territory at the central 48-yard line. Dothan is coached by Jed Kennedy, first-year head coach for Dothan, and Patrick Nix is the coach for Central. They give it to Peterson, and he drives forward and inside the 45. So a gain of about 5, so it brings up a 2nd and 5, a good first down play for the Wolves.
Number 5, Cameron Peterson, the ball carrier. He was stopped by number 12 and number 8.
So it'll be 1st. Will be 2nd and 5. Peterson again, and he's hit after he gains probably about a yard or so.
Number 5, Cameron Peterson, the ball carrier, stopped by number.
So it brings up a 3rd.
17.
3rd and about 4. I think he gained about a yard on the play. So we'll see if Dothan can do something on this 3rd down. They were able to overcome a 3rd and 15. Oh, we had some movement, and I think it's going to be offside on Central. And if it is, it should be enough for a Dothan first down.
Prior to the snap, encroachment of the neutral zone by the defense, 5 yards from the previous spot. The yardage is enough for a first down.
First down, so Dothan draws Central offside, and they pick up enough for a first down. So the ball is inside the 40 at the 38-yard line. This drive started on the Wolves' 24. Give it to the second man through, and that is Walker, and he takes it inside the 30, and it's going to be enough for, looks like enough for, yeah, they've called the sticks to move the sticks, so it's another first down for Dothan. Dothan's shown a lot of patience on this opening drive of the game. They're down to the 32-yard line, 1st and 10 from the 32. Blackman, he breaks away from a tackle, and what looked like it could have been a sizable loss. I think he gets back to the line of scrimmage. So it brings up a 2nd and 10 for the Wolves. We're down to 6:39 left in the first, so they've taken a lot of time on this drive. And that's one thing I noticed about Dothan. They have been able to put together some long drives. They give it to Walker, and he goes, he makes it inside the 25 before he's stopped. So a gain of about 3. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7. In on the stop was number 88, Faga.
Third down, 87.
So the Wolves are trying to keep this drive alive. They need 7 yards to keep it going. Blackman and Thomas in the backfield. And Blackman gets it inside the 20, but I think he's going to be short of the first down by a couple of yards. We'll see if they go for it on 4th down. 4th and 2. And they're going to go for it. They're up against a pretty stout defense.
Brings up a 4th down and 2.
They may try to draw him outside. Blackman. And Dothan calls a timeout. So we have 4:43 left in the first. No score between the Dothan Wolves and the Central High School Red Devils. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. So it's a 4th and 2 for the Wolves. Blackman.
Brings on 4th down and 2.
And Peterson in the backfield. They give it to Peterson, and he's going to be short. I think he's short. Yeah, so.
Ball carrier number 5, Cameron Peterson.
Yeah. They're going to measure. It's close.
Turnover on down.
Okay, so it's over on down. So they came up just a little short. So Central will be starting at their own 18-yard line. Quarterback keeps it. He tries to go to the outside. And he stopped after a short gain. Dothan did a good job of spreading that one out. So a gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Quick out. It's complete. And Dothan's there. That reception was by English. He's a 4-star recruit. Epps is the quarterback for Central. He decides to keep it. And he could go. And wow, looked like he kind of ran out of steam there. A big gain, and he was taken down by number 7 for Dothan, Jury. That was a big play by the quarterback, Jalen Epps.
Ball is on the 17-yard line.
And so they bring in another quarterback, number 15. Ball's on the 17-yard line. Hand it off and brought him down just before going into the end zone was number 29 for Dothan. Jimmy Berry on the stop. Mike Johnson is the quarterback. Hand it off and into the end zone for the touchdown from 2 yards out. That's something Dothan really couldn't afford to do. But they drive down and Dothan falls short on a 4th and 2. And Central gets the ball and takes it down. That drive started at the 18-yard line. So that was an 82-yard drive, capped off with a 2-yard touchdown run. And the extra point is good. So with 2:59 left in the first, Central goes up 7-0 over the Dothan Wolves. Blackman goes into the end zone, so it's a touchback. Dothan will be starting on their own 20-yard line. We talk about how Dothan can afford to get behind early, so they need to come out on this drive and put some points on the board. English is a 4-star recruit out of Central. Dothan showed a lot of poise on that last drive, but they got behind the chains and couldn't get that first down, which would have kept that drive alive. But Central struck pretty fast. Walker, he gets past the 25 out to about the 26-yard line, and there's a flag. We'll have to see what the flag is. I think it's going to be against Central. I think it may have been a, let's listen in and find out.
After the play was over, personal foul by the defense, 15 yards from the end of the run. The yardage is enough for a first down.
So a personal foul gives Dothan a first down on top of the run by Walker. So it moves the ball out across the 40-yard line to the 42-yard line.
Down and in from the 42-yard line.
So the Wolves got to take advantage of that penalty, and which has given them great field position. 2:42 left in the first. They're trailing Central by a score of 7-0. Blackman up the middle, and he breaks a couple of tackles, and he's still going inside the 45 for another Dothan Wolves first down. I'll tell you what, that Blackman, he has some speed, and he waits for his blockers, and once he sees an opening, he takes off, and he's been able to get a bunch of yards, and he's been their go-to guy so far this season. Very impressive run by Blackman. First and 10, the ball at the 44-yard line. They give it to Peterson, and he rips off about 10. Dothan is showing their ability to run on this Central defense. So it's another first down. A couple of first downs in a row.
33-yard line.
Takes the ball down to the 33. Thomas and Peterson in the backfield. Peterson keeps it, and he goes forward for about, looks like he picked up probably about 7 or 8 yards. He was stopped by Harris. A.J. Harris is a cornerback, and he's ranked the 19th overall recruit in Max Prep's 100. So that was a gain of about 7, so to bring up a 2nd and 3. Blackman hesitated. He didn't get a very good snap, but he was able to control it and take the ball down to the 20, and it's another Dothan first down. They're going to call it just shy of the 20 at the 21-yard line.
Brings up a first down.
First and 10 from the 21. This drive started on the Dothan 20-yard line. They're trailing 7-0, 24 seconds left in the first. They'll have to get this play off before the end of the quarter. And they hand it to Walker, and Walker takes it inside the 15. And that will be the last play of the first. So we've come to the end of one, and the score is the Central Red Devils 7, the Dothan Wolves nothing, but they're knocking on the door. We'll be back with second quarter action after this timeout. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
Thank you for helping Scenic Sports Network reach 100,000 views on our YouTube channel. Watching your favorite high school teams, football and basketball games from the past 20 years. How can you help our YouTube channel grow? Subscribe, it's free. Just go to YouTube and search for Scenic Sports Network and click on the subscribe and notification button. The more subscribers, the more content. Subscribe now. The Scenic Sports Network, thanks you. 100,000 times.
Your number one source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
How does the bank make you feel at home?
It's actually looking forward to going inside a bank again, where there's a unique feeling of hospitality that's hard to find today, anywhere. It's where they know my name and they know what I need. It's just different than any other bank. Oh, and they even know my favorite kind of cookie.
Yep, that's how.
Personal attention and unexpected hospitality from River Bank and Trust. Experience it.
Lewis Smith Supply is dedicated to offering a vast collection of fixtures, faucets, and accessories for your kitchen and bath. Make your dreams a reality. Step into the area's only Kohler Premier Showroom or see Delta's Brizo collection for the latest trends in kitchen and bathroom designs. Lewis Smith Supply offers an extensive line of plumbing supplies for contractors or do-it-yourselfers. For more inspiration, come visit one of our showrooms in Dothan or Enterprise.
Your family's health is vitally important to all of us here at Center Drugs and Enterprise in Daleville.
We provide personal service and answers to your questions because you're our neighbors.
It's so easy to become overwhelmed by what you read, see, or hear, and that's why Center Drugs is here to make things clear for you
and to make things as easy as possible. So give us a call or come by and see us
at Center Drugs in Enterprise or in Daleville.
At Badcock Home Furniture and More, we're overflowing with sofas ready for delivery. So there was really only one thing to do. Have a super sofa sale! Hurry in to save up to 50% on stylish stationary sofas, plus save up to $1,000 on reclining sofas, and up to $900 on leather power sofas, all with no credit needed. Don't miss the super sofa sale happening now, only at Badcock Home Furniture and More. Just right.
At Enterprise Paint and Industrial, we carry a full line of Benjamin Moore paints, along with automotive paints and accessories by Sherwin-Williams and ProSpray. You will find a great selection of power tools by Makita and many name brand air tools, accessories, woodworking equipment, and hardware. We are your factory authorized service center and full line repair shop for your electrical and air tools. Newly remodeled, locally owned and operated, Enterprise Paint and Industrial, more than a paint store.
Welcome back to Rip Hughes Stadium, where the Dothan Wolves are hosting the Red Devils of Central Phoenix City, the number 8 Dothan Wolves and the number 5 Central Phoenix City team. And Dothan has taken this drive. It started at the 20-yard line, and they moved it inside the 15. Dothan needs to get some points out of this. Blackman goes up the middle, and he's down near the 5-yard line. Raymond Blackman, he has been amazing tonight. It's a 1st and goal for the Wolves. The ball is sitting on the 6-yard line.
Ball is on the 6-yard line.
Wolves need to punch this one in. Tie the score here. Because they have definitely dominated time of possession in this game. Blackman in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Blackman from 6 yards out. Wow, that time they handed off to Blackman. And you give him the ball, he knows what to do with it. The crowd is howling Wolves. Here's the extra point attempt. Up. And it's good. So we're tied at 7 apiece. That was Wesley Farmer with the extra point. So the score is Dothan 7 and Phoenix City 7. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. Dothan puts together an 80-yard drive, capped off with a 6-yard TD run by Blackman to tie the score at 7 apiece. And Dothan has pretty much dominated time of possession here in the first half. Now they've got to come out and they've got to find a way to stop Central, because Central was able to just go down the field on a big play and score for the first score of the game. So the ball is taken and he drops it and fumbles it at the 22-yard line. Let's see where they will officially mark it. Yeah, they're going to mark it at the 22. Now, Central's a very talented team. First and 10 from the 22. Quick out. And it's enough for a Central first down out to the 40, close to the 40-yard line. They've done that a couple of times, and it's been very effective for them. So the ball's at the 39-yard line. For Central, quarterback is Jalen Epps. Epps drops back. He goes long. He's got a man open. And it's complete down to the 11-yard line. The tackle was made by number 18 for Dothan, TK Knight. So Dothan's giving up another big pass play. I tell you what, Epps put some air into that ball in the backfield with Epps' number 6, Simmons. Dothan's got to come up with something defensively. They've done well offensively, but they're struggling defensively. They've got to make some adjustments or try to force a turnover. And that time, a good stop by Dothan. No gain on the play. And on that stop was number 45 of Dothan, Low. No gain, so it brings up a 2nd and 10. Quarterback keeps it, and he's going to walk into the end zone. 2nd time tonight. That was Epps into the end zone for the touchdown. Well, there's a flag on the play. Let's see what the call is.
Holding by the offense. 10 yards to the spot of the foul. Repeat, second down.
Big break for the Wolves. Big break. They needed that. So they've got to come up and make a stop here. The ball back on the 24-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 20. Touchdown. Yep. They make it look so easy. So Central has scored 2 touchdowns, and they haven't used much time, either drive. Extra point up, and it's good. So Central scores again with 9:30 left in the second to make the score Central 14 and Dothan 7. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. Dothan takes the ball on the 12. That's Blackman, and he takes the cross to about the 32 for a 20-yard return.
Number 0, Raymond Blackman received the dig. He stopped by number 30 of the Red Devils.
We'll see if Dothan can come out here and put some more points on the board. They have put together a couple of good drives. The first one came up short, but the second drive of the night, they finished it off with a touchdown by Blackman. Up the middle is Peterson, and we have a flag.
Flag on the play.
It's holding against Dothan. That's something they can't afford to do, is make mistakes like that. So they'll march off 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So that will move the ball back to the 25-yard line. So it brings up a second down. Davis is in at quarterback. Carter Davis. But it's a direct snap over to Thomas. Nothing there. So it brings up a 3rd and we're going to say a 2nd and 16. Back into the game is Raymond Blackman as Davis leaves. .8:30 left in the first half. Central up 14-7. Oh, incomplete. Dothan's got to make those plays. That was intended for Braxton Hornsby. You've got to make those plays in a game like this. So it brings up a 3rd and 16. That was a good call on that play, but they didn't complete it. The ball's at the 26-yard line. Dothan has to get to about the 43 for a first down.
Flag on the play.
delay a game against Dothan. They started to make some mistakes on this drive, so that will move them back 5 more yards. Instead of 16, it would be 21. 3rd and 21. So they still have to get to about the 42, be safe 43-yard line. That's a tall order, but they did it before. Nothing there. So it brings up a 4th down. This will be Dothan's first punt of the game. And that's something they didn't need to do. They needed to try to keep this drive going, but they had a couple of big penalties on this drive, which really put them behind the chain. Back deep is number
17, Adam Watt.
Number 2 is English. He gets a good high. He calls for a fair catch, and the ball goes to the 30-yard line. That was Dothan's first punt of the game. So Central will be starting, let's see, at the 31-yard line. Dothan needs to make a play here. They need to force a turnover or get a couple of stops here. They can't afford to get behind any further, because Central has been striking fast. And the pass is complete. And that was over to number 7, Wiley. He was stopped by Jury.
Flag on the play.
Flag on the play. Let's see what the call is. And it's going to look like it's going to be against Central.
Ineligible receiver downfield by the offense, 5 yards from the previous spot. Repeat, 2nd down.
Ineligible receiver downfield, so that will move Central back to about the 26. So to bring up a 1st and 15. They go again, and it's complete. A good. Dothan comes out of the power with the ball. Well, they're going to say it was down. No, they said it's Dothan's ball. Coming out of there with the ball was number 8 for Dothan. And we talked about how they needed something good to happen, and that was more on the recovery. So Central fumbles the ball, and Dothan recovers. So Dothan will be starting
on a 33-yard line
on the Central 33. This is an excellent opportunity for them to tie this score up. Blackman, and there's a flag.
Flag on the play.
Boy, there.
Number 0, Raymond Blackman. Definition of it.
It's look like it. Let's see what the call is.
Holding by the offense. 10 yards from the foul. Down.
So Dothan has started committing some penalties that's getting them behind the chain. They was in excellent field position. Now they're back out to the 42-yard line. So it brings up a 2nd and 20. They were in great field position at their own 33, at the Central 33. So let's see if we can get 10 here and 10 the next time. Walker, boy, they've started to make a lot of mistakes here, and it's hurting them. Wow, a high snap, and Walker had to hustle to get it to keep from losing it. So Dothan's back on their own side of the field, back at the 45-yard line after a penalty and then a high snap, and so it's 3rd and 32. So Dothan, they got to do something big here to try to capitalize on the Central turnover, but they're going in the wrong direction. It's back 2nd down. Okay, it's back 2nd down. Okay, because of the penalty. 2nd and 32. Nothing that time, another loss. That was Blackman on the carry. So now it's a 3rd down and 32. Boy, Dothan had an excellent opportunity to put some more points on the board, and they have blown it with penalties and a bad snap. Davis back in at quarterback. He drops back. He goes deep. And it's incomplete. So Dothan will have to punt for the 2nd time, and they blew an excellent opportunity to put some points on the board with a couple of penalties. You can't make mistakes against a team like Central. That's just something you can't do. It's a good high punt. It's taken at the 15 and returned to about the 27 or so. That was a return of 12. So Central will be starting on the on 30, on 27. Incomplete. That time they got some pressure on the quarterback, and that's exactly what they needed to do. They had, and we have a flag, and hopefully it's holding.
Flag on the play.
Let's see what the call is.
Eligible receiver dealt by the offense. The foul is applied. The results of the play is an incomplete pass, 2nd down.
So ineligible receiver downfield, so Dothan decides to decline the penalty. So it brings up a 2nd and 10. They hand it off, and nothing there. And we have a flag coming out of the pile, and I hope it's not against Dothan. We can't afford to make mistakes. We're killing ourselves. Let's see. Let's see what the referee has to say. We're still waiting. It must have been something after the play, probably unsportsmanship.
Personal foul on the defense. 15 yards from the end of the run. First down. There is a disqualification.
He must have done something in the pile. That's number 3 for Dothan, goes out. He's disqualified. And that is Salter. He got a penalty last week. Unsportsmanlike after the play. Got to control your temper. You hurt the team when you do things like that. So now it's a first down. The ball's at the 43-yard line, and they go deep again. And it's another touchdown to number 8. That was about a 57-yard touchdown pass. And that was, Dothan had him backed up, but that penalty hurt him. So Dothan has missed 2 opportunities. They had the ball down deep in Central territory. So Central has scored.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer by the defense. The touchdown is good. 15 yards will be administered on the kickoff.
Well, another Dothan has just started making a lot of mistakes and penalties. They played a very clean first quarter and halfway through the second quarter, but now they are just kind of making a lot of mental mistakes. Central is, they are going deep. Extra point is good. So Central goes up 21-7 over the Dothan Wolves. The score was tied up at 7 apiece. So we have 4:04 left in the first half. Central 21, Dothan 7. Dothan blew an excellent opportunity. They forced a fumble on Central deep in their own territory, and a couple of penalties set them back. And then Central gets the ball, and they go down the field and throw a 57-yard pass for a TD. And they go up by 2 touchdowns. Another penalty against Dothan. Boy, I tell you what, they've got to get it together. So I don't know. They may try a pooch kick here to onside kick to try to get the ball back. Because you look at where they are on the field, so they see an opportunity here. Dothan had done really well the first quarter and a half, but they kind of fell apart in the second quarter. So Dothan better have some good hands people up front. And these penalties are adding up, and they are just really hurting Dothan. They do go for the onside kick, and it's recovered by Dothan. So Dothan will be starting at the 20.
Ball is on the 20-yard line.
Dothan needs to take this ball and put together a methodic drive and drive the entire field and try to put some points on the board and get back in this game. And they're capable of doing it. We saw them do it earlier in the game. They definitely had the Central defense backing up. Had them on their back feet. Nothing there. That was to Blackman. I think what has happened here is that Central don't fear the pass. So they're just stacking everybody up on the line because Dothan hasn't really threatened them. They've had a couple of pass opportunities they missed. They had one drop pass and then one long pass which was off. So that was a gain of 1, so it brings up a 2nd and 9 for the Wolves. The crowd is starting to get into it. We just need to get 9 yards. And that was a gain of probably about another 1. Dothan definitely don't need to let Central get their hands on the ball again this half because they've scored on every drive except one, which was a turnover. While we have a timeout on the field, I want to tell you about our YouTube channel. Go to Scenic Sports Networks on YouTube. Just go to the search bar and type in Scenic Sports Network, or you can just get your phone and hold it up to the screen right now and hit that QR code, and you'll be able to go to our YouTube channel. You can go on there. We have pretty close to 400 high school football, basketball, and other sports from the past 20 years. But make sure when you go to our YouTube channel, make sure you hit the subscribe and the notification button and hit the like button too. That's the Scenic Sports Network on YouTube. We're down to 3:07 left in the half, and it's a 3rd and about 7 for Dothan. They desperately need this first down. They desperately need it. They don't need to give the ball back over to Central this half. If they don't want to let this game get away from them. I know they're capable. We saw what they did the first half, or the first quarter, and probably midway through the second quarter, until the penalties started mounting up and the miscues. Blackman do a shift. And that should be enough for a first down. That's a huge first down. And that was number 13 for the Wolves. And that was Jones, Keneal Jones. That was a good call there by Dothan. So it's a 1st and 10, the ball out to the 34-yard line, 33-yard line. Dothan's showing a lot of movement. And Dothan calls a timeout. With 2:28 left in the first half, Central 21, Dothan 7. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network. So it's a 1st and 10 for the Wolves. Ball on the 30, their own 33-yard line. This is a pivotal drive for the Wolves. They need to put some more points on the board before the half. And that time, Blackman rolled out as if he was going to pass it, but nothing there. And he was stopped by A.J. Harris, who's a 5-star recruit. A loss of 1. We're under 2 minutes. Central has 2 timeouts left. Dothan just 1. And that was Thomas on the carry. Picks up a couple of yards, so it brings up a 3rd down.
Stopped by number 46,
and Central calls a timeout because they're going to try to preserve some time and try to get the ball back. And as quick as they have been striking, that's the last thing Dothan need to allow is Central with the ball. So it's a 3rd and 8 for the Wolves, and they need to keep this drive alive. They need a first down. Blackman, he eases his way up to about the 43. It's not enough for a first down. He picks up a couple of yards. So it brings up a 4th down.
Number 6, Red Devils.
And Central use another timeout. And Dothan gathers together with 1:34 left in the half. And while we got some time here, I'll tell you about our sponsors. Our sponsors of these games on the Scenic Sports Network: Lewis Smith Supply, Riverbank, Dothan and Enterprise, Center Drugs Enterprise in Daleville, Badcock Furniture Enterprise and Elba. Also, Briars Warren Drugs of Enterprise and Enterprise Paint and Industrial. So go by and tell them how much you appreciate them sponsoring these games. Back deep is English. Punt is high. He takes it on the 17. There's a penalty. And he's taken down by number 8 for Dothan. That's Moore. Let's see what the flag is. Flag is at the 25-yard line.
The Red Devils.
I think it's against Central. It is.
During the return, holding by the return team, 10 yards to the spot of the foul, first down.
So it's holding call against Central, and that will back the ball up to
Ball was on the
15-yard line. So Dothan cannot allow Central's receivers to get behind him. And Dothan makes a stop, and there's a flag in the backfield. We'll see what the call is, and that's the thing they've got to do. They've got to get some pressure. They've got to get some pressure on the quarterback, on Epps.
Holding on the offense. The penalty is declined. There's also the flag bringing up second down.
So Dothan declined the penalty. It would have been half the distance to the goal line. So it's a second down, and it's second down and about 15. Second and 15. Dothan just need to make sure they don't let the receivers get behind them. We're down to 1 minute. And I see Coleman. And they run the ball, and Dothan do a good job on the stop. And that may be the last play of the half. They may try to get one more in there. So it's the 3rd and about 15. 28 seconds left in the half. I would definitely be ready, because they may try to run up to the line at the last second and throw something downfield.
They're killing it.
So I think they're going to let the clock run out and go into halftime with a 2-touchdown lead. So we've come to halftime, and the score is the Central Red Devils 21, the Dothan Wolves 7. We'll be back with halftime activities after this timeout. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
Your number one source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
Lewis Smith Supply is dedicated to offering a vast collection of fixtures, faucets, and accessories for your kitchen and bath. Make your dreams a reality. Step into the area's only Kohler Premier showroom or see Delta's Brizo collection for the latest trends in kitchen and bathroom designs. Lewis Smith Supply offers an extensive line of plumbing supplies for contractors or do-it-yourselfers. For more inspiration, come visit one of our showrooms in Dothan or Enterprise.
Welcome to Briars Warren Drug Company, your hometown pharmacy in downtown Enterprise. If you haven't visited lately, please do. You'll see some old friends and meet some new friends too. We know you're busy and we can help by getting you in and out in no time at all. If you need a vaccination, you can get it done right here in the pharmacy. We're here to help you in any way we can because that's what good neighbors do. Briars Warren Drug Company in downtown Enterprise. You can count on us.
At Badcock Home Furniture and More, we're overflowing with sofas ready for delivery. So there was really only one thing to do. Have a super sofa sale. Hurry in to save up to 50% on stylish stationary sofas. Plus, save up to $1,000 on reclining sofas. And up to $900 on leather power sofas. All with no credit needed. Don't miss the super sofa sale happening now. Only at Badcock Home Furniture and More. Just right.
How does the bank make you feel at home?
It's actually looking forward to going inside a bank again, where there's a unique feeling of hospitality that's hard to find today, anywhere. It's where they know my name and they know what I need. It's just different than any other bank. Oh, and they even know my favorite kind of cookie.
Yep, that's how.
Personal attention and unexpected hospitality from River Bank and Trust. Experience it.
Dr. Dennis Coe, Superintendent of Dothan City Schools, and Dr. Samuel Bland, Principal of Dothan High School, and Dothan Music Supervisor, Mr. Scott Falk. We proudly present the Dothan High School Pride of the Wolfpack Marching Band. The 2022 DHS Band is under the field direction of Drum Major Jenny Messenger. Tonight's show is the Music of the Stars, opening with the Krypton fanfare, You Are the Sunshine of My Life, Rocket Man, Gustav Holst Mars, and Elton John's Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dothan High School Marching Band.
suddenly finding yourself in an orbit.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for your Dothan High School marching band. This past weekend, they made straight superior ratings at the Marching Festival in Rehoboth, Alabama. And coming up this next weekend, they will be performing this festival show at Andalusia, Alabama. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dothan High School Marching Band.
Your number one source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
How does the bank make you feel at home?
It's actually looking forward to going inside a bank again, where there's a unique feeling of hospitality that's hard to find today, anywhere. It's where they know my name and they know what I need. It's just different than any other bank. Oh, and they even know my favorite kind of cookie.
Yep, that's how.
Personal attention and unexpected hospitality from River Bank and Trust. Experience it.
Lewis Smith Supply is dedicated to offering a vast collection of fixtures, faucets, and accessories for your kitchen and bath. Make your dreams a reality. Step into the area's only Kohler Premier Showroom or see Delta's Brizo collection for the latest trends in kitchen and bathroom designs. Lewis Smith Supply offers an extensive line of plumbing supplies for contractors or do-it-yourselfers. For more inspiration, come visit one of our showrooms in Dothan or Enterprise.
Your family's health is vitally important to all of us here at Center Drugs in Enterprise in Daleville.
We provide personal service and answers to your questions because you're our neighbors.
It's so easy to become overwhelmed by what you read, see, or hear, and that's why Center Drugs is here to make things clear for you
and to make things as easy as possible. So give us a call or come by and see us
at Center Drugs in Enterprise or in Daleville.
At Badcock Home Furniture and More, we're overflowing with sofas ready for delivery. So there was really only one thing to do. Have a super sofa sale! Hurry in to save up to 50% on stylish stationary sofas, plus save up to $1,000 on reclining sofas, and up to $900 on leather power sofas, all with no credit needed. Don't miss the super sofa sale happening now, only at Badcock Home Furniture and More. Just right.
At Enterprise Paint and Industrial, we carry a full line of Benjamin Moore paints, along with automotive paints and accessories by Sherwin-Williams and Pro Spray. You will find a great selection of power tools by Makita and many name brand air tools, accessories, woodworking equipment, and hardware. We are your factory authorized service center and full line repair shop for your electrical and air tools. Newly remodeled, locally owned and operated, Enterprise Paint and Industrial, more than a paint store.
Thank you for helping Scenic Sports Network reach 100,000 views on our YouTube channel. Watching your favorite high school teams, football and basketball games from the past 20 years. How can you help our YouTube channel grow? Subscribe, it's free. Just go to YouTube and search for Scenic Sports Network and click on the subscribe and notification button. The more subscribers, the more content. Subscribe now. The Scenic Sports Network, thanks you. 100,000 times.
Hello and welcome back to Rip Hughes Stadium, where the Dothan Wolves are hosting the Central Red Devils of Phoenix City. I am Rick Kirkland bringing you the action tonight, and right now the score stands 21 for Central, 7 for Dothan. Recapping the scoring in the first half, Central scored first with 2:59 left in the first on a 2-yard TD run by English. Then Dothan, and it was 7-0 at the end of one. Then Dothan came right back and put together about an 80-yard drive, and it was capped off with a 6-yard TD run by Blackman to make it 7-7. But Central came right back and threw a 20-yard touchdown pass to make it 14-7. Central next score came with 4:04 left in the first half on a TD pass to Coleman. It was 57 yards. So now Central gets the ball first, so Dothan will be kicking off. And the ball is taken at the 15 and brought out across the 20. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Central, and Dothan had some opportunities in that first half, but they played really solid the first quarter and a half. Then they started making a lot of mistakes, a lot of penalties, and Central, you know, they strike and they strike fast. So they'll be starting at their own 24-yard line. Incomplete. That time they put a little pressure on the quarterback, and that was incomplete. I tell you, that quarterback they have, Jalen Epps, he's pretty spectacular. He can throw the ball down the field, and he's very accurate. Zach Simmons in the backfield. Pass is complete. And Dothan had a hard time bringing down, I think that was Jared Wiley, Central, and it's a first down. Ball out to the 43-yard line. Dothan needs a stop here. Central has scored on every possession except one. They fumbled deep in their own territory. And we got a flag and wide open, but I think that was coming back. It's a flag, but it goes again to Cam Coleman. Yeah, it's against, boy, they have done the same thing all night. Dothan's got to find an answer.
Holding by the offense. 10 yards from the spot of foul. We beat the first down.
So Holden saved the touchdown for Central, so that will take them back to the 25-yard line. They've got to get to the 40, to the Dothan 47 for a first down. This is a good opportunity for Dothan to get Central off the field. They need to stop them on this drive, get the ball back and put some points on the board. You know, that's still within striking distance, but they can't afford to give up any more points. Incomplete. That pass was intended for Upshaw. So it brings up a 2nd and 27. Get a team backed up like this, you have to take advantage of it. They need to get some pressure on Epps. Flush him out of the pocket, put some pressure on him, and force him to make a mistake. So far, Dothan hasn't been able to do that. Missed tackle, and that was number 6 on the carry, Zach Simmons, and he rips off about 17 yards, so it brings up a third and 10. So 3rd and 10. Dothan needs to get them off the field. So we'll see what happens here. Goes back. They're putting pressure on it. Incomplete. And we talked at halftime. I was talking earlier at halftime with my cameraman Willie Eldon. We were talking about Dothan needs to adjust and put some pressure on the quarterback and force him to out of the pocket and to make some mistakes. So that's exactly what they did that time. They forced Epps out of the pocket, and he tried to throw a pass and it was incomplete. So brings up a 4th down. I would always look for a fake. get off a punt. And it's taken by Dothan. That was Jury on the return. So that is the first time Dothan has forced Central to punt, and it couldn't have come at a better time because Central had the ball first at the beginning of the second half after scoring on consecutive drives. So Dothan will be starting on their own 21-yard line. We talked about Dothan, if they can complete a couple of passes downfield, they may be able to get this running game going again. Right now, Central doesn't feel threatened down the field, so they're just stacking the line. And that was Peterson on the carry. Not much there. Gain of 2 brings up a 2nd and 8. They've got to get a way to get that ball downfield. Got to find a way. They made a good defensive stop, but they've got to get that offense going again. They had it going in the first half. A good run that time. He ran over the Central player. That was 22 for Dothan Alexander, the freshman running back. And he ran right over Sanks of Central. So Dothan needed that first down, and they were able to pick it up. They're pretty deep at running back. The Wolves have some really good running backs. Peterson follows his blockers, and he moves forward for close to 5, maybe 4. A good gain on first down, 4 down, so it brings up a 2nd and 6 for the Wolves. We're down to 8:41 left in the third. Dothan trailing 21-7, and they need to score on this drive. They need to put some points on the board and get back in this game. But we had movement on the left side of the line, so that's something we talked about, is Dothan can't afford to make those mistakes, so I think it's going to be, we'll see. We'll see what the call is.
Prior to the legal snap, there was a snap infraction by the offense. 5 yards from the previous spot, still.
So it was a 5-yard penalty, so brings up a 2nd and 11 now. Blackman back into the game. Second and 11 from the 33. Nothing there. They handed it off to number 22. That was A.J. Alexander. He's a freshman running back. No gain on the play. So it's a 3rd and 13, a loss of 2. Davis comes back in. Carter Davis, number 12, comes back in at quarterback. This is a big 3rd down. Dothan wants a timeout. So with 7:16 left in the third, Dothan trails Central by a score of 21-7. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
Thank you for helping Scenic Sports Network reach 100,000 views on our YouTube channel. Watching your favorite high school teams, football and basketball games from the past 20 years. How can you help our YouTube channel grow? Subscribe, it's free. Just go to YouTube and search for Scenic Sports Network and click on the subscribe and notification button. The more subscribers, the more content. Subscribe now. The Scenic Sports Network thanks you 100,000 times.
So it's a 3rd and 13 for the Wolves. This is a huge 3rd down for the Wolves. They need to keep this drive going. They've only been able to stop Central one time. Davis drops back. He goes long. Caught by none other than Blackman for a first down. He's a little slow getting up, but that was a nice looking pass that time coming from Davis, and he hits the superstar Blackman way downfield. Dothan had a 3rd and 13, and they were able to get the ball down the field to the 36-yard line, and if they start doing that, that will open up the running game again. They need to do more of that. So it's a 1st and 10. Wow, that time nowhere for Peterson to go. He was hit almost as soon as he received the ball. 2nd and 10.
Play picks up no yardage. Be 2nd down and 10.
Back into the game for the Wolves is A.J. Alexander. He's had some success running the ball. I think the fans thought that should have been interference, so it brings up a 3rd and 10. So the ball's at the 36-yard line, of the Red Devils of Central. Back in is Blackman. Dothan has the wind at their back. 4th quarter, they'll be playing into the wind. And Peterson, he takes it down inside the 15 and a flag. He was hit late out of bounds. And another flag. Come on, keep your cool, Dothan. You just got a big play and a flag, so you don't need any nullifying. We'll see what the call is. It was a late hit out of bounds. We know that, but the 2nd flag, I'm not sure what it is. And I think we're still waiting on the officials to let us know what's going on. That was a good run that time by Peterson. And just that a couple completed passes that kind of loosened things up again for the Wolves and created some opportunities in their running game. We'll see. We're still waiting for the official word. 5:53 left in the 3rd. Let's see, we're about to get it.
It's over. There are 3 fouls. Personal foul by the defense. Personal foul by the offense. Those 15-yard penalties offset. There is also a dead ball, personal foul, and face mask by the defense will be enforced half the distance to the goal. 1st down, Dothan.
So there were 3 personal fouls on that play, and 2 of them were offsetting, and then the third moves the ball half the distance to the goal line for Dothan. So it puts them in scoring position. First time they've been in the red zone for a while. In the backfield is Blackman and Peterson. They give it to Peterson. He goes up the middle, and he's going to be stopped just shy of the goal line. So they bring up a 2nd and goal for the Wolves.
Number 5.
They're going to spot the ball at the 3-yard line. So it's going to be a 2nd and goal from the 3. Peterson and Blackman in the backfield. They give it to Peterson. He goes down to about the 1. And he's short of the goal line, so this I wouldn't hesitate to say this is 4 down territory when you're trailing by 2 scores and under 5 minutes left in the third. If you get that deep penetration, you're going to try to take it in. So Peterson and Thomas in the backfield. Blackman and Thomas. They give it to Blackman. He takes it in for the touchdown. 2-yard touchdown by Blackman. So the Wolves have scored. That was a 79-yard drive by the Wolves. 2-yard touchdown by Blackman. Extra point up, and it's good. So Dothan has cut that lead to 7, and they did exactly what they needed to do. They needed to make a stop on the first drive of the second half by Central. They did that, and then they come out and put together a 79-yard drive and capped it off with a 2-yard touchdown run by Blackman. So Dothan is leading, they're trailing by 7, 21-14 as we get set for the kickoff.
Get loud, Dothan!
But Dothan have to be aware because we know how fast Central can score. So we've got to get good special team coverage on this kickoff, and like we talked about earlier, we need to keep some pressure on the quarterback Epps because he's so dynamic. He puts it in end zone. That was Wesley Farmer with the kickoff, and it's a touchback. So Central will be starting on their own 20. Dothan needs to make some plays here. Defensively, they've got to come up with another stop. 4:39 left in the third. Dothan's cut that lead down to 7, but Central can strike, and they can strike quick. They got to put some. And that time, Epps keeps the ball, and he picks up about 9. So it's a 2nd down and 1.
Ball is on the 29-yard line.
They have 4 receivers. And quick out. And they're going to give his forward progress to about the 39-yard line. So it's a first down. First and 10 from the 39. Dothan desperately need to make a stop here. And that time Epps keeps it, and he's dropped after a short gain. And on that stop was and he was stopped by Lowe. And number 45 is Lowe. And it's enough for a first down. That pass was completed over the so it's enough for a first down. So Central has moved the ball into Dothan territory. Dothan's got to get some pressure on him, on Epps. And he keeps it. And he's hit. Well, he's keeping the legs moving, but he only picks up a couple of yards on that one. So it brings up a 2nd and 8. 2:55 left in the third. Epps drops back, and he's got a man open. And he stayed, well, they're going to call him out at the 23. That was Coleman on the reception. No, excuse me, that was number 2, English. Camilo English. He's a 4-star. And we had a face mask, so that will move the ball forward, and that's the last thing we needed. And so it moves the ball in the red zone. So Dothan needs a stop here. They need to find a way to stop Central here. They can't afford to give up another touchdown. That was a good hit that time by Dothan. That pass was complete over to number 7, Wiley, and he was stopped. And we have a flag on the play. He was stopped by number 7, Jury. It's a penalty against Central. So it moves them by 5 yards. So it brings up a 1st and 15 from about the 23. All right, it's time to step up, Wolves. It's time to make something happen. And the snap. He goes deep. And how did he catch that ball? Wow. It was complete over to Coleman. It's a flag on the play. And it's against Central. Wow. We'll see what the call is. Wow, that was huge.
Ineligible receivers downfield by the offense. 5 yards from the previous spot. Repeat, first down.
So ineligible receiver, they've been called for that a couple of times tonight. Dothan's got to find the answer to number 8. I tell you what, he has just been destroying us. That is number 8 is Cam Coleman. But I tell you what, Jalen Epps, the quarterback, he can put that ball just where it needs to go. And that's going to be close to a first down for Central. It is a first down. So it'll be a first and goal. First and goal from, looks like the 9. Well, actually the 8. So the only thing the Wolves can hope for is a mistake here. And another flag. Looks like we're going to have another holding. That's in the area of holding. Yeah, it is a holding against Central. That will back the ball up 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Or did he wave it off?
Holding by the offense. The penalty is declined. Results of the play brings up Central now.
So Dothan decides to decline the penalty. I'm not sure why. I think I would have backed him up more. So it's a second and goal.
Prior to the snap. False start by the offense. 5 yards from the previous.
So it was a false start. So Central is starting to make some mistakes here. And Dothan needs to capitalize on these miscues by Central. We're down to 1:25 left in the third. Central up by 7, 21-14, and they are in the red zone. Second and goal. That time Epps keeps it and goes nowhere. He's a little slow getting up. So Dothan player has to leave. His helmet came off. That was number 26, I believe. He made the stop, number 26 for Dothan. Martin. Get your hands up. Touchdown. Yeah, that was complete over to number 7 from about 18 yards out. Dothan, the defensive backs got to get their hands up. So Dothan gives up a score, another score, something they couldn't afford to do. Central has scored, I believe, on every possession except 3. I think it's 3. Extra point up, and it's good. So Central goes up 28-14.
37 seconds left in the third quarter play. The score stands Red Devil 28. The Wolves.
We can't trade scores here.
The kicker was number 15, Ethan Ball. Hill by number 7.
So Central scores with 37 seconds left in the third. And that drive was actually an 80-yard drive. It started on their own 20. Now, if Dothan can get a run back here for a touchdown on this kickoff return, that would quickly flip things again. They're not out of it yet, but they got to score, and they got to score quickly. And they've got to find a way to stop Central. I'll tell you what, they have an amazing passing game. And their scores have been coming on passes. The ball is taken at the 15 by Blackman. Blackman, he gets it across the 40 out to about the 45-yard line, and he almost broke that. A great return by Blackman out to the 44-yard line. We have 28 seconds still left in the third.
Brings up a first and
Wolves they need to score here. A good run that time. Probably ripped off about 6 yards, 6 or 7 yards. That's number 22, Walker.
Number 7.
No, excuse me, number 22 is Alexander. Sorry.
Second down and 2.
To a gain of 8 on the play. They won't get this play off before the end of the quarter. So we've come to the end of 3, and the score is Central of Phoenix City 28, the Wolves of Dothan 14. We'll be back with the fourth quarter of action. After this timeout, you're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
Your number one source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
At Badcock Home Furniture and More, we're overflowing with sofas ready for delivery. So there was really only one thing to do. Have a super sofa sale! Hurry in to save up to 50% on stylish stationary sofas. Plus, save up to $1,000 on reclining sofas. And up to $900 on leather power sofas. All with no credit needed. Don't miss the super sofa sale happening now. Only at Badcock Home Furniture and More. Just right.
Welcome to Briars Warren Drug Company, your hometown pharmacy in downtown Enterprise. If you haven't visited lately, please do. You'll see some old friends and meet some new friends too. We know you're busy, and we can help by getting you in and out in no time at all. If you need a vaccination, you can get it done right here in the pharmacy. We're here to help you in any way we can because that's what good neighbors do. Briars Warren Drug Company in downtown Enterprise. You can count on us.
How does the bank make you feel at home?
It's actually looking forward to going inside a bank again, where there's a unique feeling of hospitality that's hard to find today, anywhere. It's where they know my name and they know what I need. It's just different than any other bank. Oh, and they even know my favorite kind of cookie.
Yep, that's how.
Personal attention and unexpected hospitality from River Bank and Trust. Experience it.
Lewis Smith Supply is dedicated to offering a vast collection of fixtures, faucets, and accessories for your kitchen and bath. Make your dreams a reality. Step into the area's only Kohler Premier showroom or see Delta's Brizo collection for the latest trends in kitchen and bathroom designs. Lewis Smith Supply offers an extensive line of plumbing supplies for contractors or do-it-yourselfers. For more inspiration, come visit one of our showrooms in Dothan or Enterprise.
Hello and welcome back to Refuge Stadium as we are set to start the fourth quarter of action between the Dothan Wolves and the Central High Red Devils. I am Mick Kirkland bringing you all the actions, and the Wolves have the ball at the Central 48. They are trailing 28-14. And boy, I tell you what, that's going to be close to a first down. And that was Raymond Blackman. Let's see where he spot the ball. It looks like it. They may need to take a measurement. That looks like a first down from here. They are going to measure for where I'm standing, from my point of view, it looks like it's a first down. But we'll just have to see, wait and see. And it's a first down for the Wolves. Blackman needed 2, and he got just over 2. Wow, half of football. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Go for a sweep. And that's Peterson. He breaks a couple of tackles, and he picks up another Dothan first down. And, we talked earlier about, Central's defense has been on the field a long time tonight, so maybe they're starting to wear on them. So Dothan has a 1st and 10, the ball at the 35-yard line of Central. And they give the ball to number 22, A.J. Alexander. And he picks up, looks about 7. So to bring up a 2nd and 3 for the Wolves. And the ball's on the 33-yard line of Central. In the backfield is Thomas and Blackman. And they give it to A.J. again. Walker, 22. Alexander, I'm sorry. Alexander, he's got some fresh legs, and so he's picked up another Dothan first down. And Dothan's right at the 20-yard line, so they are in the red zone again. 10:27 left in the 4th.
Brings up a 1st and 10.
Wow, looked like Thomas was going to be stopped for a loss, but he kept those feet moving and those legs pumping. He picked up about 4. The ball's at the 16-yard line. So to bring up a 2nd and 6 for the Wolves. Blackman leads the field. And back in is number 12, Carter Davis. In the backfield with him is Octavius Thomas. And that time, no one was open, so Carter tucked it in and ran, and he picked up a few more yards, so it brings up a 3rd and about 3. This is definitely 4-down territory for the Wolves. Thomas in the backfield. And first down, Dothan. And that was Peterson on the carry. So Dothan has the ball, they're going to say inside the 10 at about the 9-yard line. So it's 1st and goal for the Wolves. 8:46 left in the 4th. They're trailing 28-14, and they're hoping to narrow that lead here. Peterson hands it off. Walker takes it to the 1. That's it, Walker. I keep saying Walker. Alexander, A.J. Alexander. It's down to the 1, so it'll be 2nd and goal from the 1. Blackman back in, along with Zach Walker, number 19. Peterson's in there.
Second down and 1.
Second and goal from the 1. Peterson for the touchdown. Peterson with a 1-yard run for the touchdown. Peterson goes in from 1 yard out. Extra point up, and it's good. Wow. That time they opened that hole up for Peterson. He went right through there and scored. So we have a game for 7:44 left in the fourth. And Dothan has come out here in the second half and put up 2 touchdowns and make it a 1-score game. The score is now Central 28, Dothan 21. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
Thank you for helping Scenic Sports Network reach 100,000 views on our YouTube channel. Watching your favorite high school teams, football and basketball games from the past 20 years. How can you help our YouTube channel grow? Subscribe, it's free. Just go to YouTube and search for Scenic Sports Network and click on the subscribe and notification button. The more subscribers, the more content. Subscribe now. The Scenic Sports Network thanks you 100,000 times.
So Dothan scores, and they have made this thing close. They haven't packed the 10 in. It looks like Central's up 21-7, and Dothan has come back. And they give up a big return down to the Dothan 35, and that's something you can't do. They should have tried to kick that one into the end zone. So Central with great starting field position and the lead. Ball's at the Dothan 36. So the best Dothan can hope for here is a turnover. Because you better believe they probably going to try to go deep on the first play. And it's complete out to about the, down to about the 28, gain of 8. So it brings up a 2nd and 2. Dothan needs to play for a loss. They need to. Is Central behind the chains. 2nd and 8. 2nd and 2. And it's a first down to the 25. We're down to 7 minutes and 26 seconds. So the ball's at the 25 of Dothan. Quarterback keeps it, and he stopped. Big stop that time. And on that stop for Dothan. Martin on the stop. Number 26. So it's 2nd and 9. And Dothan was right there as he caught the ball. And Thomas on the stop. So it brings up a 3rd and 9. This is a huge 3rd down for Central. This is it. If Dothan can make a stop on this one. And it's a first down. They didn't get enough pressure on Epps that time. Dothan had them where they wanted them, but they gave up a big play on third down. They played the first 2 downs very well. And look out for number 8 again. Look out for Coleman. He's been the go-to guy tonight. Nothing there. Whoa, the Wolves make a stop. And on that stop was, I believe that was number 26 again. It was number 26 for Dothan. Okay, that was Martin on the stop again. No gain on the play. So what Central is trying to do is use clock too. So it brings up a 2nd and 10. Stopped him at the 1-yard line, so it's 1st and goal. Wow. So the best we could hope for here is a turnover. Do I want to go on the limb and call a turnover? I've done it before. So I'm going out on the limb, and I'm going to say Dothan's going to come up with a big play here. So it's a touchdown from about 2 yards out, and Dothan can afford to do that. So it's a 2-yard. That was set up by that great return and the short kick. So Central goes up 34-21. So they can make it 35-21. Dothan's going to try to block this one up, and it's good. So Central goes up 35-21 with 4:17 left in the 4th. So here's what's got to happen. I'm going to call out the scenario. Dothan's going to run it back on the kickoff for a touchdown, get an onside kick, and then they're going to get the ball, go for 2 and win. That's the perfect scenario.
Call them at this time and have them come pick you up. Also remind you, no one is allowed on the field after the game. Please do not go on the field after the game, and please do not go toward the north end zone where the construction is being done. Please do not go into the north end of the stadium tonight.
I will look for a possible onside kick attempt. Yeah, so Dothan has 80 yards to go for a score. They'll start at their own 20. So they'll get an opportunity to get any field position.
Next week,
the difference I see Central scores, most of them have come off big plays, where Dothan scores have come off, but they have driven the ball down the field, and that's a good thing. That's good. So 1st and 10 from the 20, 4:14 left. And a good run. That was by A.J. Alexander. Across. And they're going to say he's down. That's enough for a Dothan first down. He needed to get to the 30, and he got to about the 31, and that was because of the extra effort that A.J. made. 4:04 left in the fourth. Dothan trailing 35-21, and they have the ball. Blackman, he drives forward for 9 more. Raymond Blackman. Yeah. So Dothan's going to hurry up. Blackman keeps pumping in. I don't think he got the first down. He got back to the line of scrimmage. He may have picked up a half yard. He's a little slow getting up. Peterson comes in. So it's a 2nd and 1. Let's see if they're gonna, I think they're gonna measure. From here, it's gonna be close, very close. Look like it may be half a football short, or the nose of the football short. So it's a first down for Dothan. That extra effort by Blackman gets the first down for Dothan. 1st and 10 for the Wolves.
Ball is on the 41-yard line.
The thing I'm seeing this year from Dothan, they have a lot of fight in them, regardless of the outcome of this game. They have a lot of fight. Whoa, that should be a flag there, but they didn't call it. That was A.J. Alexander again. He kept fighting, and he picks up about 4. We're down to 2:52 left. Dothan have 2 timeouts left.
2nd down and 6.
2nd and 6. Peterson drives forward, and he should have enough for the first down.
Ball here, number 5, Marion Peterson.
First down for the Wolves. 2:32 left. The ball at the 49-yard line of Central. Peterson goes forward and picks up about 5. And so Dothan calls timeout with 2:22 left in the fourth. They're trailing 35-21, but they are on the move. And while we have a break here, I want to tell you about our YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and in the search bar, type in Scenic Sports Network, or just hold your phone up to the screen right now and hit the QR code, and it will take you straight to our YouTube channel where you see this game and many other games. We have between 350 and 400 high school games, football, basketball, and other sports from the past 20 years. So go on and make sure you hit the subscribe button, the notification button, and like us. That's the Scenic Sports Network on YouTube. So it's a 2nd and 5, Dothan down to 1 timeout. They run a lot, so they don't stop the clock by passing. AJ again, and he picks up another first down. So that will stop the clock to
flag on the play.
a flag. Well,
Ball carrier number 22, A.J. Alexander. Stopped by number 4,
let's
A.J.
see.
Harris.
It's against Central. Dothan's going towards Central. A low hit. Chop block. So that will move the ball forward more for Dothan.
Blocking below the waist by the defense. 15 yards from the end of the run. Results as a first down.
So Dothan gets the ball at the 23-yard line. They have 2 minutes and 12 seconds left. Blackman and Peterson in the backfield. Blackman blocks with Peterson, and he gets inside the 15. And it's close to a Dothan first down, but it's going to be short. Dothan needs to line up pretty quick. Down to a minute 49, so we got to get going quick. Minute 45. So we have a 2nd and 1. Minute 40. Peterson, first down, Dothan. So the clock will stop at 1:33. Dothan's in the red zone. They're down inside the 10. They're going to mark him down, I think, about the 9-yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 9. 1:32 left. 1:30. And they give the ball over to A.J. Alexander, and he stops short of the goal line. And so the clock is a factor now. 2nd and goal. Central wants a timeout. So with 1:04 left, 1:04 left in the 4th, and Central's up by 2 touchdowns. But Dothan is threatening. They have 2nd and goal from the 5.
Your #1 source for high school sports. You're watching the Scenic Sports Network.
So to be 2nd and goal for the Wolves at the 5. 1 minute 4 seconds left in the 4th. Dothan trailing by 2 touchdowns. If they can punch it in here. Blackman takes it in for the touchdown. From 4 yards out. I'll tell you, these Wolves are fighting. They have not given up. They score with 1 minute left in the 4th, and they're going to go for the extra point. Extra point is good. So the score is now 35-28. So Dothan is keep fighting, and I'm quite sure they're going for an onside kick. They have come out, and they look like they were out of this game, but I tell you what, they have come back fighting. And I'm quite sure they're going to go for an onside kick, and if they're successful at it, and they can take it down, you know, this game may not be over. But the thing about Dothan is, since they really don't pass much, they won't be able to, they don't stop the clock much, and they've only got 1 timeout left. But they have moved the ball on this Central defense. And Central gets the ball. And did it go 10 yards? I don't think it did. So it'll be 1st and 10 Central. So they probably going to just take a couple of knees. Dothan only has 1 timeout left.
Papers at 10 in midfield.
Taking, he's probably going to run around and try to take some time off the clock. So Dothan will, we'll see if Dothan used their last time out, and they do. Man, I tell you what, they played a good game except one period. About midway through the second quarter, they start getting a bunch of penalties and making a bunch of mistakes, which really gave Central an advantage. But otherwise, they have pretty much been toe-to-toe with them when it looked like Central was going to just blow them out. Dothan has come out and they made a fight out of it. This is the number 8 team going up against the number 5 team in 7A in the state of Alabama. It'll take a miracle for anything to happen. Dothan can't stop the clock. The only thing they can hope for is a botched snap or something to get the ball back.
Number 1, Jalen Epps keeps the ball.
So Central, they have to take one more snap.
Remind you once again, before the end of the game, who do not go on the field.
Well, this was a tough loss for the Wolves, but this pretty much shows everybody that the Wolves can hang with anybody. They can hang with anybody, and they've just got a few things to work on, and you know they're still in the swing of things.
Number 1,
so it looks like Central's going to eke out a narrow victory, 35-28 over Dothan. The final 35 for Central and 28 for Dothan. And we'll kind of recap things for you, the scoring at least. All right, Central scored first with 2:59 left in the first on a 2-yard run by English to make it 7-0. They led 7-0 at the end of one. Dothan came right back, and Blackman ran a 6-yard TD run with 11:26 left in the second to make it 7-7. Then Central came back on a 20-yard TD pass and scored to make it 14-7. And Central scored again on a TD pass to Coleman for 57 yards to make it 21-7. And at halftime, the score was 21-7 Dothan. Central. But Dothan came back strong in the second half. Central's initial, they got the ball first in the third, and Dothan stopped them. And so Dothan scored with 4:39 left in the third on a 2-yard TD run by Blackman to make it 21-14. But Central came right back with 37 seconds left in the third on a 18-yard TD pass to make it 28-14. And the next score came with 7:44 left in the fourth on a 1-yard TD run by Peterson to make it 28-21. And Central scored on a 2-yard TD pass with 4:17 left to make it 35-21. But Dothan came back. They did not give up. They came back and made a game out of it. They scored with 1 minute left on a 4-yard TD run by Blackman to make it 35-28. But time just kind of ran out on Dothan. They tried an onside kick and they were unsuccessful. So time kind of ran out on them. And they'd had a little more time. They would had a chance, but it was the Wolves came out and they were very impressive. You know, you're going up against the number 5 team, and the Wolves ranked number 8, but this is a very good Central and Phoenix City team. They have 3 top recruits on this team, so it was a good showing for the Wolves. If they'd had just a little bit more, they could have won this game. So we're going to say good night on behalf of our cameraman tonight, Willie Elder. This is Mick Kirkland saying good night, and the Central wins over the Wolves 35-28. And thanks for watching the Scenic Sports Network.
Thank you for helping Scenic Sports Network reach 100,000 views on our YouTube channel. Watching your favorite high school teams, football and basketball games from the past 20 years. How can you help our YouTube channel grow? Subscribe, it's free. Just go to YouTube and search for Scenic Sports Network and click on the subscribe and notification button. The more subscribers, the more content. Subscribe now. The Scenic Sports Network thanks you 100,000 times.